This episode is brought to you by Total Drag.
Corey, you've been on an accent all night, and you just opened it up with that. Did you even realize?
I've been talking Shirley all evening.
Yeah, but did you even realize you just opened the vid with the accent? Or was that just something that happened?
I think I subconsciously knew. Alright, I gotta get out of that. I gotta snap out of that.
I don't know if you can, Corey, because if you stop doing it, I'm gonna start.
Well, what in tarnation?
You know what I was thinking, dude? Maybe we could do the jelly bean challenge on film, dude.
How about I still got a lozenge in my mouth challenge?
What an excuse, dude.
Hey, how about
we do the lozenge challenge? See who can take.
See who can overdose on nicotine the quickest.
I'm like 9, Corey. I'm at 10.
I put a whole tube in my mouth.
I don't feel so good.
I'm starting to see some dots.
Is an overdose on nicotine? I mean, you can't
it's
die.
Possible.
You can't die.
No, you can.
You can.
Yeah. Have you seen that movie, Thank You for Smoking?
No.
Well, it's basically a movie about this guy who's in charge of... He's like the spokesperson for the tobacco industry. And they're trying... And there's this big loss... I think it was to get like the Surgeon General warning on the cigarette label or something. Or maybe it was... like the way they were advertising was unacceptable to the anti-smoking community. So there's this court case involved, but during one of the incidents, this protester against the big tobacco company, like he has like a team of like 3 or 4 people, and he's walking down the street. They put a bag over his head, like kidnapping style, and stick him in the back of a van, and like. I mean, people who have seen this movie, if I'm getting it wrong, I'm just getting the general idea from that. But anyways,
don't judge him.
They kidnap him, put a bag over his head, and knock him out somehow. Maybe give him some ether. Ether or some shit. I don't know. Knock him out cold.
Got it.
Does this rag smell like chloroform to you? Something like that. But they put him out, and then what they do. They've got those nicotine patches, and they cover his body from like head to toe in nicotine patches.
Shoot.
And then he's hospitalized for I don't know how long in the movie because, they were trying to prove a point like nicotine's not good and we want you to.
Nicotine's bad.
Nicotine's bad, okay? And you're trying to force it on our children.
I see.
And so they're just trying to teach him a lesson or whoever.
So he gets hospitalized because he
got way too much nicotine. Like they woke him up and they're like, "All right, now," or I don't remember.
You're lucky to be alive after a blast like that.
Something like that. But like they wake him up in time so that he doesn't die and like drop him off at the hospital or I don't know how. I'd have to watch the movie again. It's really good.
Okay, but there's something in there where it seems like
if he wouldn't have got those patches ripped off in time. He would have died.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, I guess when you're doing it because I don't know how those patches really work. I have no idea. Like, your skin absorbs things. I know that, but like really, you can put a patch on and it just sucks up nicotine.
I was on the patch for a while, and I had one on when I woke up, and I thought, well, I got confused along the way because I wasn't sure. I thought this one was the one I had on when I woke up was like out of juice. It wasn't putting any more nicotine in me because I thought they're supposed to last for 24 hours.
Yeah.
And so I slapped another one on
with
the other one just in case there was still some nicotine left in it. I was gonna rip it off later, and I ended up throwing up at work because of nicotine. Like it was clearly a nicotine like surge of like. Like when you first started smoking cigarettes, do you ever throw up or feel sick?
Oh yeah.
It was that, and then I actually got sick to the point to where I threw up at work. That was a while ago though. Yikes. And so those things definitely work.
They definitely pump nicotine into your system.
Yeah.
Whew. I've never tried. I mean, I've had one of your lozenges, but never done the patch, and never really used the lozenge for what they're supposed to be for. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of was like, let me try one. So I don't know how well that stuff works. Just kind of sometimes it feels good to, I don't know.
No, I still. There's a part of me that would rather smoke a regular cigarette. Just because it seems more satisfying in more than one way. And I don't know.
However, the bigger part of you.
The bigger part of me wants to be able to breathe better in general. And like along the lines of me getting into like meditation and discovering this Wim Hof guy and his like special breathing method to where you can be a superhuman almost.
Yeah.
I'm really starting to value my lungs and just their capacity, and just when you smoke, you're more prone to like bronchitis and shit, and your lungs take a beating for sure. But at the same time, like if I see it in movies, or sometimes when somebody else is smoking, it's just like that sound that looks real nice.
Yeah.
that yeah. But and it kind of reminds me, there's kind of like a thing about smoking where it's just like reminds me of the days when everybody smoked, or not everybody, but you know,
yeah.
It was just you could smoke in the doctor's office.
Yeah.
You could smoke in school. But the golden age of smoking when nobody knew it was killing you, which at the same time was maybe not a golden age because it was a silent killer or an unknown killer. But you know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
When it's just like
when you see those movies of people just hanging out wherever, like just going to somebody else's house and don't even ask, you know, and it's like, it's kind of weird. It's kind of a nostalgic blast to the past. It seems like just a different time. Like you're saying.
Yeah.
But I am at the same time pretty glad that that's not happening, because how crappy would that be to just go to a store or go somewhere that you want to be and there's just 6 or 7 people just smoking cigarettes, and no matter where you go, if you go back home, you're gonna smell like smoke.
Oh yeah.
You know. Yeah. Where were you? I was at the grocery store. Oh, you smell like smoke. I was at the grocery store.
At the grocery store.
Not my fault, Mom.
Yeah.
Then again, that helps the people that don't want their family to know they're smoking. I was just at the grocery store.
Yeah.
I wasn't doing anything.
Yeah. I watched. Have you ever seen No Country for Old Men?
Oh yeah, I just saw that recently.
So did I.
Did
saw
you?
it like a couple nights ago.
For your first time.
Yeah.
I saw it again.
I
saw it again recently. What do you think, dude?
It was a really good movie.
You think Anton Sugar killed that guy when he says, "I don't know. Did you see me?" Remember that part in the movie? He walks into that dude's office.
Oh.
Spoilers.
Oh yeah,
everybody.
yeah.
He walks into the dude's office and kills the guy, and the other guy's like, "Oh, are you gonna kill me?" It depends. Did you see me?
I feel like he's asking the question, but he probably doesn't care what the answer is. You know what I mean?
And the answer is yes, I saw you.
Yeah, and of course he actually did, but like, I'm sure he's like, no, I didn't see you.
Of course, yeah, no, I didn't see you.
I think he maybe killed him.
Yeah.
But I think the more interesting question is one at the end when he finds that guy's wife.
Yeah.
And he wants her to call heads or call the coin toss, and she just refuses to call it. Because like, there's a part in the movie where he's at the gas station, and the guy calls it right, and he has a life.
You know, don't put it in your pocket.
His life doesn't get taken because he called the coin right.
Don't put it in your pocket.
But we never saw. There's no example other previous example in the movie to where somebody just didn't just refused to call it. I think maybe on principle of the matter, he might be so screwed up in the head to where he's like, well, I'm not gonna.
What do I do?
Yeah, like I feel like that he was at like it was a conundrum for him because I'm sure everybody he did that trick to called it. They, like, because he's really good. He was really good at making that guy at the gas station call it, and he like for a while he kind of resisted.
Yeah.
But I think she stuck to her guns and never called it, and that kind of like threw a wrench in the gears for him, and maybe he just left. Because I didn't hear when he's leaving the house, and even before you see him walk out of the door, there's no loud bang, which
Right.
I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. That's based off of a book by Cormac McCarthy.
Oh, so you know the answer.
I didn't read the book,
Oh,
but that answer is in the book.
so did you?
Because
Look
I
up
read
the answer
I
on the
read the
internet?
plot synopsis, of the book, on the internet,
Oh,
and the answer's in there, Corey. So.
are you gonna just tell
Oh,
me?
do you want it? You want the answer?
I don't know. I'm not sure if I want it to
You
be a
like
mystery.
not
or not.
knowing. I want to read the book. My brother said he just read the book recently and recommends it. I would like to read it. Cormac
Yeah.
McCarthy's. I read his book called The Road. Very good, dude. I
Yeah.
read that in like a day and a quarter. A day and a quarter, dude, because couldn't put it down.
In a fortnight.
In a fortnight. Took me a fortnight, but I got through it. Very good book, dude. But that also reminds me that. Do you want to know the answer? No. We'll leave it. We'll leave it.
I don't care. You can
look
tell
it-
me if
you
if
look
it's,
it
if
up.
it's eating at you.
It's not eating at me. You look it up later if you want to know. Oh yeah, Cormac McCarthy. He also wrote a screenplay for a movie that now I really want to watch, called The Counselor.
Yeah.
Have you seen that movie?
No.
It didn't come out too long ago, but
There's also a book.
no, he just wrote a script.
Oh,
for
just
a
wrote.
movie.
Oh, okay.
That's
And they made a movie.
yeah, and they made it into a movie with Javier Bardem is in it, and you know who he is. He's Shigur in
All right.
No Country for Old Men. He's in it, and then like Michael Fassbender and Brad Pitt, Cameron
Okay.
Diaz.
All right.
So it's got some names,
All right.
and apparently it's really like
I think I remember the preview for that,
yeah, it's
and it didn't
really,
get very good reviews.
It
or
didn't
something.
get good reviews, but like
But that doesn't always mean anything.
exactly. Then there's a cult following that says this movie just blows your
Right,
mind
right.
because what they say is like it didn't get good reviews because audiences like happy endings.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
this doesn't really.
Well, yeah.
happen.
There's. I mean, I definitely heard people talk about how like they don't like the way No Country for Old Men ended.
Yeah.
But it's like that's the Coen brothers, man. They're not gonna like spoon feed you everything, and they're gonna leave you with some wonderment, you know.
Yeah. And they're gonna play with those themes of death and choice and morality and
Yeah.
what's you know.
Yeah. Like,
It's not just like it's.
remember our movie
Yeah, dude.
where it's like your typical goofy comedy stoner flick, and at the end it's like a very horrendous death on
They're
a
just-
gravel road.
Yeah, dude.
Just like something that's almost NC-17 rated,
It's just
but not
too
quite.
crazy.
Just
Like,
but
it
just
started,
something.
you see like that deer head on the side of the
Yeah.
road. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
That should still be made.
that should be.
Or at least we could try to write
'Cause, like,
a script for it.
I've never seen any other movie like that.
I still haven't
It's
either.
either a movie's like a dark comedy throughout the whole thing, or it's got it's either like a comedy or a dark comedy or a drama the whole way through. But I've never seen like something where it's like, oh, it's a comedy for like 98% of the movie, and then the last 2% it
Last,
takes
like,
this
7-8 minutes.
weird turn into horrific madness.
Dude, that
Dude,
makes me
somebody-
want to read. That makes me want to do it again. Don't listen to that. Don't try to make your own.
Yeah, don't steal our idea. If
Hey,
I see somebody, if that's
We're
in the theaters,
copywriting that idea.
yeah, copyright.
The idea.
Make a circle around my seat. No, with both of your hands. The
Oh,
copyright
yeah.
symbol.
Ba, ba.
Copyrighted, bitches. No.
That is copyrighted. I'm gonna get started on it, dude.
On the
I'm gonna
movie?
Get started on the script.
Oh,
But
on the script.
Yeah, but we also had like
Another movie idea.
no. don't know. After we came up with that idea, we started to like think and remember and write down like, oh, that should be in the movie for like laughing things. Like we're just joking around about like, oh, put that little scene in the movie of like this little funny goofiness, you know. Andy's in on that too. Don't you remember talking to him about that?
Well, he was in the car, wasn't he?
I think he was, dude.
Smedley?
Smeagol.
Smedley.
That's great, dude. You ready for how's that lozenge, dude? You smell it?
They take a long time to dissolve. You really want me to eat a jelly bean?
I don't know, dude. I actually don't, because me and my brother and my dad were doing jelly bean challenges earlier. So I've had plenty of jelly beans, but it's kind of funny because it's just something to laugh about, because you get a jelly bean and it's a bad one, right? And for instance, the other person gets a good one. And then you do it again, you're like, oh, well, I better get a good one. And then you get a bad one again, and the other person gets a good one.
It's Russian roulette. It's Russian roulette with jelly beans, dude.
It is, dude.
It's like you put 6 in the chamber, and you don't know what jelly bean you're going to get.
So funny, because Ryan got like 6 bad ones in a row. And I kept getting like good ones. I had maybe one bad one in the streak, and I was laughing so hard, dude. He's like, if this next one's a bad one, I swear it's the end of the game. And they're like, okay, 1, 2, 3, and I got the good one. He's like, ah! Yeah, I laughed so hard, dude. It was, I don't know, I couldn't stop. It was very funny.
That reminds me of that scene. Do you ever watch any Family Guy?
I've seen some Family Guy, sure.
Well, there's a Family Guy where it's just like they're Peter and his 2 kids and Brian in the living room. He's like, all right, so I was at the pharmacy getting meds or whatever, and I got 4 bottles of Epitat or whatever, that stuff that makes you puke. And he's like, and it's like whoever drinks this and pukes last gets the clam chowder or whatever that Lois made. And so like, ready? All right, 1, 2, 3, and they all drink it, and it's just really funny. It's like obviously the first one to brag about not puking yet is the first one. Like right at I don't know, I'm feeling pretty good. And then you know, I don't know, Brian is like, and then he starts like, right as he points and laughs, he pukes. And then it's just like this.
I remember that.
It's just like a 3-minute scene of everybody.
Geysers coming out.
And then the best part of that scene is like they're all like pretty much like done puking, or it's been like a brief, you know, period of nobody puking, but there's like obviously shit everywhere. And Lois comes in out of the kitchen. Who wants the clam chowder? And they all one more time.
Just the thought of clam chowder is like extra barf. It's a goodie.
Yeah.
Barfing sucks. Hey, there's a jelly bean that's flavored barf.
I'm sure there is.
I'm sure there is.
But gall darn it, if I didn't have a lozenge.
If only I didn't have a lozenge, I'd be mowing all over those jelly beans. Let's see, there's spoiled milk, dead fish, barf, booger, stinky socks, dude. That's one of the worst. Moldy cheese, rotten egg.
I bet the people that the taste bud engineers.
Sorry, dude.
Was actually on low battery. It's still filming right now.
It hit the...
Do you want to say some final words?
Maybe we should. Do you have to... Can you close that, or is it still filming?
Well, yeah, it's still filming.
I don't see my hand.
Well, there you go.
Okay.
Oh, shoot.
Sorry, I knocked your phone down, Corey.
It's all right.
I'm glad it hit this padding before it fell to the ground.
But we have to conclude with some final words.
Everything we said is true. Everything we said should be taken into account for the rest of your lives.
And then also, what we need you to do is go outside and look up in the sky and see if you happen upon a UFO
Make sure to bring your camera or recording device of some kind to film it, because we really need to.
We need the evidence.
Yeah, well, that and just I know there's UFOs out there. Somebody's got to capture it.
But while you're looking up in the sky, don't let a raindrop hit you in the eye.
Yeah, especially if it's acid rain, which would really do a number. All right, bye, folks.